In this video, we're going to talk about sales and direct cost variances, variances that have to do with, so when we say direct costs, we mean direct materials and direct labor. In a separate video, we'll talk about overhead variances because those are a little bit different. But the pattern of direct materials and direct labor variances and sales variances is similar enough that we can consider them together in this video. So we're going to talk about sales volume and price variances. And then later on, we're going to talk about mix and yield variances, which are a breakdown of the efficiency variance for material and labor. And those can get a little complicated, so we're going to spend some time digging in there and trying to make it as easy as we can. Okay. Now, to start on sales volume and price variances, a couple tips and reminders that I want you to remember. The first thing is with respect to the sales volume variance, that is exactly what it sounds like. It is a difference between actual and expected sales that is caused by sales volume being different, than what was expected. So it is the difference in sales volume multiplied by the budgeted sales price, which stays constant. Now I have captured that here with AS, which is actual sales, and ES, expected sales. Now, if you're more comfortable with the Q, you could call that AQ, you could call that EQ, you could call it actual sales and budgeted sales, actual quantity, budgeted quantity. However you're comfortable thinking about it is fine. And then this standard price could also be, expected price or budgeted price. Doesn't really matter so long as this point is clear. Only one dial turns in a variance. In this case, the dial that's turning is sales volume. Sales volume. And the price is kept constant at standard or expected or budgeted, whatever you want to call it. But I want to make sure that that point is clear. And then the interpretation of the variance is simply this. It is favorable if actual volume is more than budgeted. It is unfavorable if actual volume was less than budgeted. So fairly straightforward interpretation that's not hard, I think, to understand intuitively. The sales price variance has a similar interpretation, except that it is the difference between actual and budgeted that is caused by price being different than what we budgeted it to be. We were either able to get a higher price or a lower price or spot on if that's the case. And that piece of the total variance that's caused by price is what we're trying to capture here. So the idea is the same in terms of your favored labeling of these terms. Doesn't really matter so long as this is clear. Only one dial turns at a time. I'm going to write that again and take the time turns at a time. I'm going to write that again because I want to make sure that that's clear. Again, if we're able to get a higher price than budgeted,